And the countdown continues to Election Day. This is Local Decision 2024. I'm Eric Nelson. Thanks for tuning us in and joining us in studio here at North Metro TV. Brandon Winge, running for re-election on the Lexington City Council. Brandon, thanks for stopping by.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
And we'll start out by asking you to tell the viewers about yourself and why you want to be re-elected.
Sure. Okay. I'm Brandon Winge, 44, live in Lexington. I've been on the council for 5 years now. I was appointed in 2019, then ran for the council in 2020, and was elected then. And I would like to continue on the council. I like being part of the community, trying to make decisions that help the community grow and be a better place to live for everybody in the city.
What have you learned being on the council that especially will help you moving forward?
Right. There's actually quite a bit that I didn't know all went into it. One of the things are all the different committees that council members are on. Like I'm here at North Metro TV on the executive committee and the regular board, helping with that because the city of Lexington makes money from the franchising of the cable fees and stuff. Also, being on other boards too. I'm on the police governing board, so there's a board for that. I'm on the planning and zoning. So there's a lot of stuff that goes into it besides just being on the council. And then there's not a lot of day-to-day stuff that a council deals with, but just taking the advice from the city administrators and stuff, letting them point us in the right direction.
How important do you have to pay attention to detail being on the council? I imagine that's a huge part of it.
Yeah, there's a lot of detail in the things. We're a smaller city, so we don't have as much going on. So we really need to make our money count, so we need to see where all the money is going on different little projects. So we just don't have big budgets like big cities, so we have to be really careful with our money and pay attention to where everything is going.
Is there anything in Lexington you'd like to single out now that's going well, that you're happy with?
I think that we've been doing a good job on repairing the roads in our city and some of the infrastructure. It's an older city. And like I said before, we don't have a lot of money, so we can really only do about one road a year. We can't do big projects, but we keep trying to do one road this year, do one road next year, stuff like that to keep the city updated and a nice place to live for everybody, because everybody uses the roads in the city.
Anything that needs to be improved?
I would say it's still kind of a road deal. We need to keep going with it. We're also going to be working with the county and fixing Lovell Road, which is a real disaster of a road right now, but their plan is in a couple of years to completely redo that road and fix that. I think that's really our biggest issue right now.
So Lexington, it's this small dot on the map in the Twin Cities Metro. How do you get noticed more? Do you want to grow and have a little bit more of a cachet, if you will? Well,
yeah, it'd be nice, but we have a very limited amount of room left in our city. We're pretty much built out. We're less than a square mile. So our real only way of increasing the taxable base of the city is through mainly apartment buildings to get enough value out of them. I know a lot of people were against the apartments that we've put in the last 5 years or so, but those have the market value of those have really increased the net worth of the city, which they absorb a lot of our real estate taxes. So it's kept the taxes pretty low for single homeowners in the city.
Is there a sweet spot for growth? I mean, you don't want to discourage it, but if like you said, you can almost have to just go up, right?
That's really all we have, and we would almost have to take down a few things in order to put stuff up. We really just don't have the land to keep building stuff in the city.
The budget, I know that's always a huge focus for any council. What are your priorities?
I keep going back to roads because there just isn't that much else to do with our budgets. We're improving Lexington Park, which is something that a lot of the people in the community use. So we're going to be redoing the bathrooms this year, trying to make that a little bit nicer. But we have small things. We put a new sign out at City Hall, things like that. Things that just make the community look a little nicer.
Parks, do you put a priority on those?
I do think the parks are important. A lot of people use the parks, especially with younger kids. So Lexington Park gets used a lot with the baseball and the girls' fast pitch. Have their state tournaments there. So that's our main park in the city.
Yeah, it seems to be a softball, baseball-centric town. I know I was out at the Little League cleanup in April, and there was a lot of folks out there.
Yep.
So there seems to be a lot of pride in that.
There is, yep. It's a really nice park. We've updated several things in the park. But like I said, the bathrooms are the next thing to do, and then we're looking at maybe more in the future when we have a little more money.
What do you like to do in Lexington?
I like to go to the park. When my kids was younger, we'd go there a lot. There's Cowboys, the Boulevard. They're both good bars to hang out at. We got a lot of good restaurants in the city. El Loro, it's one of my favorites.
Yeah. Anything you want to accomplish if you're reelected to the council?
I think I want to just keep the city working on the path that it's working on. I think we're going in a good direction. We're financially stable. We're not going in the hole, and we're getting things done as we can. So I think we're on a good path right now.
Water quality, whether it's a huge city or a smaller city, that's always a hot button issue. Where are you on that?
That is a very big issue in our city, as we're in the midst of a lawsuit with Blaine over our deal with them. That is a big priority of mine. Actually, is working on the water issue, trying to get that solved. I've been to mediation with the city of Blaine. Nothing much came of that. But it is a big issue, and part of it was our gross alpha was high for a couple of tests 4 years ago, but it stays on a rolling average. So when it spiked from us not using our well, it caused them to send out letters saying that our water quality is bad. It's actually down below the levels that they want it to be, but they still keep that on our website, warning residents of it. Our water is actually safe to drink, despite what Blaine says.
Are you confident you can get this water war, I use that in air quotes,
yeah.
resolved?
I think we will get resolved one way or another. I believe a court is going to have to decide how it gets resolved. We've also tried applying for funding from federal funds, state funds, to get a new either water treatment facility, something like that, anything that can help us do it. It's just so expensive. We can't afford to build a $10 million facility on our own.
Have you gone out door knocking? Do you feel the need?
I haven't
probably
yet.
Know you already, but
yeah, I think some people know me, but I haven't gone out door knocking yet, but I probably will before, a little bit closer to the election.
Any idea what you think the residents are going to bring up?
Besides the water, I don't think they'll bring up a whole lot in our city. We just don't have that much happening that I've heard anyway about the city.
Yeah. Do you think that if you're back on the council that you'll be able to get some things passed or pushed through that maybe are your goals?
Well, the water's a big goal, and then getting our funding together for when the county wants to redo Level Road, because we'll have to participate in the cost of that. So those are probably the two biggest things that I would want.
And roads, especially in Minnesota, critical.
Yes.
Are you happy with Public Works and the funding they get?
The Public Works is great in our city. They do a really good job. They take care of everything. Pretty much whatever they need, we can get for them to make it easier for them, because they're a small department. There's only a few guys there, so to take care of the whole city, they do great.
If I talk to people from Circle Pines or Lino, they feel like they're this little gem in the metro with an up north feel, but close to St. Paul or Minneapolis. Do you believe that about Lexington?
I think it's very similar. Yeah. They have a little bit more residential area than us, just a little bit bigger, but it still feels like a small town when you're not on Lake Drive.
Yeah.
The rest of it is very much small town feel.
All right, your chance to tell the viewers, potential voters, why should they circle your oval on the ballot?
Well, I just think that I think I'll keep working to make the city just a better place for everybody. I don't have any special interest in it. I'm just a regular guy. When I got on the council, nobody else wanted to do it. It was really the only we had 2 open spots. So I said, I'll do it. But I just think that the city's going on a good path, and I'd like to keep moving on that forward.
Do you want to see more people come to the council meetings in person?
I do. I like seeing people there, and I like when people come and talk and bring their ideas to us or their complaints, whatever they may be. Most of the time we have zero participation in the audience, so it's hard to get a big feel for what the people are thinking about in the city. But I would encourage everybody to come.
Yeah, and if they're happy or unhappy, at least you get the face-to-face, right?
Right, yep. And, we always have the first comments at the beginning of the meeting. But even if people will ask questions during the middle of it, we'll still take those questions usually, because it's a pretty relaxed atmosphere in our council meetings.
Do you think the residents in Lexington basically are happy?
I think so. I haven't had anybody come up and complain to me. You know, none of my neighbors seem upset about the way that things are going. But if they are, I would encourage anybody to get a hold of me and let me know.
All right, very good. Brandon, thanks so much for stopping by.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's Brandon Winge, running for Lexington City Council, and this is Local Decision 2024.